Darktide.
Night City. Night City.
Warhammer
Nice
40k.
city.
Whatever.
Battlefield. Battlefield. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2.
So now that you're confused about what we're actually going to talk about, we're going to talk about Warhammer 40k Darktide. They had a patch that came out more recently, and it brought some new changes, but the biggest change was the overhaul system of the character.
What was it called? An overhaul system?
It's called an overhaul system. They overhauled the character class system and perks that they have. So now, instead of being this... I don't even remember what it was, but it was just
very basic.
Yeah,
It's like, you got like
garbage. 3
pathways and like a couple unlocks, and that was about it.
Yeah.
You still have 3 pathways. And
Well, yeah, but now there's more. There you can.
So they have
scroll.
branching pathways
Scroll.
with 3 different
Yeah.
archetypes that you can
I'm
pick
so
from.
confused, but no.
Crossover
Yeah,
pathways.
yeah. So that's the biggest thing. And so I was like, all right, this looks like what we've been waiting for this game. It's going to make it way more, give it a lot more legs, because it allows you to, like, you want to get through, like, you want to level up your character all the way so you can get all of your points and then, find the build that's best for you. And I think that's really what it's been missing, because when we first jumped in this, especially when we played the beta, like we played it and it was fun and we were excited, but obviously we felt like it was missing something. We finally played the main game, and it just didn't have legs. Like we played all the missions, and there's really no point to it. And now this gives, I feel like for me at least, this gives it a point to keep playing. And I've enjoyed my time so far.
Yeah.
So we play this for the stream. We'll get into y'all's thoughts in just a second.
Twitch.tv/TheInnerGamerCast.
Even though our YouTube was all green screen for a minute.
I don't know what happened.
And then Brett kept fucking up the stream.
Oh yeah, we should be
somehow.
play the stream.
Oh yeah, we'll do that in a second. Yeah. But yeah, when I've been playing it more because I've had a lot more fun. Like I really
Nothing going
oh. I've had a lot more fun with it. Like especially like I've looked up builds. They have like a whole build system. That is that what you wanted? From
That's
me?
what you
Okay,
wanted.
God dang it.
Sorry.
They have a whole class build system website that you can go to so people can enter in the class that they think is a good build, and they title it and do all the stuff. So I go in there, kind of look at it, see what like works best for me. And they have like different builds with like guns and I don't know what they're actually called, but I'm gonna call them charms, little things you can put on there to help up your stats, like health and wounds and stuff. And so I've really been digging into it. And since the last time I come in, they've added some more stores and rearranged some things. So that's been kind of like cool to see that there's not just like people here that don't do anything that look like they should be doing something. I don't know if you remember that or even play that with us, but
No, I didn't get a chance to play with you guys.
Yeah, so it just seems like it's a lot more fleshed out. Playing like in the game, like I feel like the characters have a lot more chatter with each other, so it feels more like alive, and they react to certain things that are happening, which before just seemed kind of like spread out. They would react to some things, but it felt like far and few between. And so now I'm actually impressed with it.
Are you talking about the social hub with the characters?
No,
reacting,
so
or just
You're
like
like walking around.
walking
just like
around.
Other players.
In
I
the game.
didn't fucking see any of what you just said.
You don't see it, you hear it.
Yeah.
Well, like, so you mean,
So the
okay.
characters, like when you're in a match, they'll like chat with each other over certain
It
things.
is hard to pay attention to when there's like 10,000 people attacking you.
because like your character themselves would like, like say different things, and
Right.
it brings the immersiveness back
Exactly,
into it.
exactly.
So they didn't have that before.
They did, but it was like, for me, it felt like far and few between.
Okay.
And it wasn't like they would react to certain things, but it just was like not cohesive. Not because
I see.
Because this one isn't like story based.
Yeah, no, God,
and
no.
like a linear mission like you would have in Vermintide, which made that game so interesting because you had like 4 races, and then within those they would like talk to each other because there's like racism
Holy
in
shit.
Vermintide.
I didn't even get that one from that one. I just went in and started smashing and bashing.
Well, I played a lot of that game, so it was cool to hear those like dialogue whips every so often, and so they have that here. It didn't work so well. Now I feel like it's a little better, and I think overall the gameplay is a lot better, especially the enemies. I've been playing on the 3rd difficulty, and like there's just waves
you're
and
crazy.
waves. There's so much going on, and so like seeing like being with your team and really working together has become like super fun and trying to react to basically randos that I don't know who's playing. I'm just like hoping that we're working together. And for the most part, like I've had some really good teams and we got out of hairy situations.
Oh yeah.
So they added 2 more levels more recently this year. So it's cool to see something new. Yeah. And I don't know if they had new starting areas for the missions, because some of the missions are like the same map, but you start on a different side of the map and take like a different pathway to get to your objective. And I feel like there was more of that, or at least I've been to a few that I haven't seen before. So maybe that opens up as you progress through the difficulty levels, and like the lower difficulty, the more basic it is, I guess, maybe. But yeah, I've had a lot more fun, seen a lot more new things, and it's been fun. Like now I kind of want to make a character for each class and then just run through that skill tree and see what I like.
And those that have it on Game Pass, but you're one of those people like us that bought the game on Steam, you can crossplay now.
Finally. Jesus Christ. That was the only issue that I had, because I got a PC and I saw that Darktide was on Xbox Game Pass and I didn't want to buy it.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Because I didn't know if these clowns were going to play with me or not and waste $70 or however much it was. So I got on Game Pass. Travis and I jumped into it, tried to, but there was no crossplay.
Yeah.
And it's still crossplay for some odd reason from Game Pass to fucking PC, and I'm like, that makes zero sense. I'm playing on a PC.
I mean Game Pass to Xbox?
Well, it's Xbox Game Pass. It's Xbox from Steam.
It
wasn't working.
Oh.
Which I found super confusing because I'm playing on PC. You know what I mean? But now it's crossplay, which is great. And
I see what you're saying.
It'll give you the warning ahead of time, like, hey, do you want to enable crossplay? And I was like, oh, well, yeah, fuck yeah, I do. And, you know, and now you have multiple people, multiple consoles and like PC players playing together.
Yeah.
Which I didn't, I don't know. I couldn't
it's great.
wrap my hand around it.
Like, thank goodness finally that works.
Yeah.
That's what we needed.
So, but
so we jumped into it recently for stream. What did you guys think? We had some issues partying up, and
Brett, you want to go?
Outside of that, like,
well, partying up was easy. Like it was easy. It just gave you like a code.
His computer sucked.
Yeah,
that's true.
It gave you a code. If you look in your social, it was a long code, but it was like super easy. Nothing compared to the other games that we tried to stream, like Ghostbusters. At one time, we had like a fucking whole issue where you had to log into your Epic account and reboot it and restart it and all that jazz. But I thought like playing with other people from different platforms was very simple and very easy. I just had to get that code. But Brett, how do you feel about the game?
Yeah, I think visually this game is like really, really cool to look at. It's so detailed and so atmospheric and dense and stuff like that. I'm like, that's really impressive. I like playing the game, but I did, after playing 4 or 5 matches, I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting bored.
There you go.
Move on to something else.
Yep. That's what I felt.
I enjoy it in small. This is kind of like a little.
So
like
it's the same with Vermintide
in a way to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like this better than Vermintide.
Yeah.
I think I like it better than Vermintide because I feel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but I do, and but it's still like it's not something I can sit there like.
Is it like I like
over again?
Rocket League?
Huh?
Is it like I like Rocket League?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Well, no, less than that. Like more, I like it more than that for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I enjoy playing this, but it's not something I can. It's not something I can put 3 hours straight into. Like,
Yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna
It gets
play
so
an
fucking
hour and then I want to
repetitive.
move on. Yeah, it gets repetitive.
It gets so repetitive. I enjoy playing with friends and stuff, but I can play this for like an hour or two. The matches last pretty long, you know, and it feels like it's been like it lasts a little bit longer than expecting. But like, I will still play this game, but I can't sit down and play it for like more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
After 2 hours, I'm kind of like, all right, okay, I'm done. I'm pretty much done. The upgrading of the weapons to me is still kind of confusing a little bit, and
it is.
I just don't grasp it or understand it. I get it, like you appreciate the game for what it is, which is fine, and you see the good in it. For me, I see just like repetitiveness over and over again. It gets fun, like getting overwhelmed, and you have a good communication with your team. It gets super fun with those moments, but like those moments can only last for so long, and it's just like
I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I see that. I mean, obviously, like you said, like
I'm still gonna play it.
I just appreciate like getting into sticky situations. I'm like, how the hell are we gonna get out of
yes,
this?
exactly. But those sticky situations can only last for so long whenever it gets like for me repetitive.
Yeah.
Because you get bonuses, like I think it's 10 to 20% bonus of XP if you go into a quick play. And sometimes you're playing like the same matches over and over. And that for me, that gets repetitive. But I feel like it's really hard to, well, I guess it's not super hard, but just looking at the map and like what's available, because the missions change from, I don't know, time to time.
Yeah.
And, they add certain modifiers or take some away, and so like you could be like, oh, well, I want to do this mission. I'll jump into this. This seems like it's doable.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I just prefer.
So I do have a question, and I hate for not knowing this, but you guys probably might. Do they not have any weeklies or dailies to accomplish in this game?
I think they just have. I don't want to say no. See, I really don't look at the map.
Yeah.
So I think on the map there's something like that.
Not the map itself, but like I understand that we find Vermintide did, and that's why I'm asking. Is like you go to a certain shop and you pick up like bounties of some sort that requires dailies or like weeklies or whatever. And I'm curious, is that what this game is kind of missing, or did we?
I think
in the
it is.
tutorial system, did they not explain it well enough where we know where to find it?
I'm pretty sure they don't have anything like that right now.
Because I think that would kind of, but still, it's I don't know.
They have those contracts that are in here that there are things you unlock. I forget where you do them at, but there is a system like that, but I don't think they're like...
Because I know we can find like, what is it, relics or some sort that you can find in each mission that you have to like
those are
accomplish.
resources.
Well, not resources, but you have to find like these certain things.
Oh yeah.
Like
I think it gives you like just extra
XP, right? But that's a goal to go for, a side goal to go for going through a gameplay.
It's usually grimoires
to like try to clear out the whole area, because this map's huge. Like I feel like I get lost.
Oh yeah,
every single map I go into.
Yeah.
But I'm curious what's getting me to that driving point to explore this whole area instead of like keep pushing forward. Because that's what I felt like in this game, that I was constantly pushing forward to get to extraction and be done.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what it is. Yes.
Yeah, there are mission contracts per character that you can do that are like weekly contracts and stuff like
Okay,
that.
okay, so there
that
is
in the game. It's just I don't think it's as obvious as
I don't think it's obvious.
I've ever seen one.
Yeah, like that's the
you have to
thing.
go to a menu like to see them.
Oh,
it's like one of those shop things you go to. I don't think you can just like press escape.
Unlike Vermintide, yeah.
Yeah,
I think if that was like more of a key thing, and they had some like cool stuff that you get for completing it, like actual challenges and stuff like that, like that'd be great.
Yeah, and I felt like even if it's in there, I felt like they didn't explain it well enough, and it wasn't a staple.
They don't explain a lot of stuff.
They don't.
Like they like you go like you can go to the like they don't tell you there's just one area you can upgrade your weapons, and like I found out that I would have to, if I see a perk on a weapon that I want to keep forever, I have to take that weapon to these people, and then they take that perk off of it, and it goes into like a whole like menu of perks I can add to other weapons.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that
either.
Yeah, and so I had to go and look at it, and
And speaking of weapons and stuff, I kind of wish, because I'll pick up weapons or unlock weapons and stuff. I wish they had a shooting range of some sort, so I can like get a feel for the weapon and know if I want to put some upgrade resources into this. I feel like that was a huge missed opportunity for something like that, especially for all these guns I've been picking up. You know, because I'll pick up a gun and think, oh yeah, this will be fine. I can demolish my other gun so I can put more resources in this one because it's doing more firepower. But once I use it, I'm like, I don't fucking like this gun at all.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just wasted a gun that I really liked.
So that was nice in Vermintide. You could
Vermintide, you can shoot your weapon, fill it out, and test it out. But here you can't.
I think
shoot at each other in the hub area.
Yeah, you can shoot each other. Yeah, which
now
is
we're not
fun.
even in the same hub area.
I think you can.
No, we are.
I don't know. I've noticed some of them.
Oh yeah, no, we're not always in the same hub area.
Are we not?
No, yeah, we go to different instances
I feel like
sometimes.
if you're partied up, you should just be your party.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You know, hanging out on that hub.
So I think there is a place for you to test out your weapons. It's where you go for the initial training, but I've never gone back to see if there's like let me just like run around and shoot.
Well, no, I went to the initial
right.
training, and whenever I clicked on it, it was just
basic training.
Basic training stuff you can pick from. And like once
that makes sense.
And that's the issue. Once I pick on that training, I get put into a loading screen, And that's what I was doing whenever you guys were teaming up with Travis. And I thought I would have time, but the loading screens are so fucking long. I'm like, well, I'll exit out because as soon as you guys loaded in, I had to exit out real quick and join you guys. So
Yeah.
So there is a training area. You can use the Psychanium in the hub area to test out weapons, but you have to load into it, which can take
that's
some
the
time.
issue.
Yeah,
Take a
so-
lot of time.
Yeah.
So there is a person that the same place where you go to the training, there is an option to then just
Okay,
go
yeah.
to a
They just
arena.
need a area that you can walk into without loading in anything. Pull out your
Yeah.
gun and just shoot it.
Yeah.
Just like pull your gun out. Just like why do I have to
Or
pull my
even
gun
that, just
away?
pull your
Yeah.
gun out. You know,
I don't
whip
mean
it out.
If I can like shoot the shopkeeper and he doesn't respond.
He
to
doesn't
my
respond.
shooting,
Yeah,
it's
no.
fine.
As long as I'm testing out my gun.
I mean, sadly, it's still like obvious this game wasn't ready. Everything's still not in here. I think it's a good step in the right direction. I think
Yeah.
this is going to add more hours to the game for everybody
Yeah.
who's interested in replaying it or continue playing it. But yeah, I think eventually it's not going to like. I know you guys are going to be playing this in like a few months, probably. That means I'm probably just going to
I'm
stop.
down to play
I
it.
would if y'all want to jump in and play a couple rounds, like I'm down to always jump in and play it. I enjoy it when I'm in there playing it for a little bit. I just can't take
can't-
large
yeah.
doses.
Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, I think it's one of those games we probably fall off in like a few months, even though like we enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly. So hopefully, they get some more maps that are like interesting. And
Yeah.
I wish they would add some kind of story mode to this or something where it's like, hey, do these things in this succession or in this like line of missions and then get a cool reward in the end or something.
Yeah.
Because, they still have that store that you can buy stuff, but you have to buy like currency. I wish there was a way to like earn it. There might be. I haven't seen it. Just like I
think
haven't
there
seen the
probably is.
bounties that you were just talking about. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was mentioned early on, but it's like at that point, I just want to play
Not
this
very
game.
Obviously mentioned.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Like unlike Vermintide, I feel like everything they learned in Vermintide did so well. It's just not here. Like up front, it's not here,
Yeah.
which is sad. But
Yeah, it's like the visuals. The visuals were a big step forward, but then everything else kind of took a step back. Like the UI and all that stuff. It's just there are actually. I mean, I like the medic stations and like. I wish every ammo crate that wasn't empty. That was kind of stupid, but there are some things that they did really really well with this game. But then there's a lot of stuff they just like
yeah,
jump back on for some reason.
it's one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah, that was my favorite part right there, where your bodies just like float up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
and blood pops in and out.
Yeah, I mean, we had fun for the most part. I enjoyed playing
yeah.
with you guys.
Super
Like,
fun.
There's a lot more to do, especially when we get higher difficulty. That stuff gets insane. So you know how the dog, the dog would howl and he'd come out and hit you.
Yeah.
Well, there's some of them now where it's a pack of dogs.
Oh shit.
So and they jump on
Probably
you.
as you level up, I would say like harder difficulty. I
Yeah, it's
think.
on the third
Yeah.
difficulty. Yeah, so you get like packs sometimes, and you have to like be ready, shoot them down.
The performance is a lot better than launch though. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm like running roughly 50 to 60 frames per second, which I was like barely pushing 30 when it first came out.
Yeah,
So I'm glad that they've fixed that up.
yeah, a lot's been updated, but yeah, a lot still is to be desired, sadly.
Yeah.
But I think we'll have fun with it. I think it's worth going back, get on Game Pass. I'm sure it's going to be on sale for Black Friday or November or whatever, and it might be worth picking up then if you don't have the Game Pass. But probably just get Game Pass.
So you think Darktide is back from the dead?
I do think so.
Yeah.
At least it's on live support. It got its shock back,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it has a heartbeat.
Jason,
Heartbeat. What?
is Darktide back from the dead?
I think it's the same.
Okay.
I think it's the same. I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to really like dive into it, and
Sure, yeah.
instead of just recently when we streamed it. But
I
yeah,
like the new perk system and upgrades, but it really isn't as significant of a thing as I thought it was going to be. As I was looking at a lot of the things, like it's still my character is very much my character.
Yeah.
But it is nice though that I have now like my grenade. I have 3 different grenade options, and one of them is an actual because I hated that box that my big guy had. Where you throw a box of like it's almost like I'm throwing a box of Tic Tacs at this guy or whatever.
And the box
I'm
does
like,
damage to
yeah,
it. Yeah,
it's
like a rock. It's
stupid.
basically a rock.
Yeah, so now I have like an actual grenade that I can blow people up with, which is
Yeah.
cool. And then
Wait, so it's an actual grenade, or did you get the one that like you throw the box and 6 grenades pop out?
I did not do that one. I did
Okay.
the one that's like an actual like
I got
big,
you.
huge
I got
area
you.
effect
Yeah.
grenade. Yeah, that just like blows up an explosion, catches fire and stuff like that, which I preferred. And then there's You can also change your charge ability, but I like the charge a lot, so I feel like it's not something I want to change.
Yeah.
But they do have some other options, so I like that they did provide some diversity in the abilities. But it's just wasn't as big of a difference as I thought it would be. But it is nice. There's a little bit more diversity there, where you can kind of create 3 different types of characters.
Yeah.
Versus before, it was like one character that just had enhancements to that class, and I like that I have a rocket launcher now. That's way better than that stupid one-shot shotgun that I had.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the Psyker got like the biggest like love for this because now he has shards on his hands that he can shoot out, and you can upgrade it to have up to 10.
That's cool.
And so they're basically like homing missiles, and you can upgrade even more so they hit 2 targets instead of 1. So like you shoot them and it seeks out targets, and it might blow off a limb, it might blow off their head, and it's still like makes you use warp energy, so you don't want to get it too high or you explode. And then you got lightning hands, so you can use that. And it's just like, whoa, they got a lot of upgrades opposed to
cool.
like everyone else got like upgrades.
Yeah.
They're helpful. They're very helpful, especially for the class system. But I just felt like, man, that's just way more cool. And I forgot what the other one was. It's not the veteran. The Zealot? I think it's the Zealot. Yeah. I feel like they got a little more upgrades too, because I think you have like a charm you can pull out and you like hold it up and it like does certain things. Like maybe it gives you like a buff or I don't know. I haven't used it. I don't play Zealot, so I don't know too much about it. Travis plays that. But now like I want to try out that class too, because I feel like it'd be kind of cool. And they're more like a paladin type, so yeah, just makes me think.
Yeah.
A lot more. But yeah, we'll see how long we go with it. I think it's worth picking it up. Game of the year. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it's fun to jump into off and on.
Yeah.
So, Darktide. Back from the dead? Question mark. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
Tide is coming.